So you're going to put your starting weight, how much you weigh right now. You're going to add that in, and then you're going to go again. That same starting weight, that is what you're going to put for your current weight. Your starting weight and current weight will be the same. Or if you've already done this already before and your current weight has changed, but you had like a goal, like where you started, you're starting to track now, you can put the amount of weight that you started at and what you currently weigh. And then now you want to put the goal weight. So, for example, in this case, she wants to gain weight. So she's 121 pounds and she wants to gain and reach 145 pounds. So that's roughly a 24-pound difference, right? So now the goal, the weekly goal, you can pick to see like, okay, in a week, how much you want to gain in a week. So our week is going to be our marker in terms of how much we're gaining per week. So it could either be like 0 0.5 pounds per week, it could be 1 pound per week. So the moment you have this set to either 0 0.5 or 1 pound a week, if you start gaining more than that, it means that you might be gaining too much weight and too much fat if you're trying to build muscle. And you want to gain it relatively at a steady pace. You don't want to just gain it all of a sudden, and that's going to be a lot of fat. So you don't want to build a lot of fat, right? When you're gaining the weight. So you want to make sure that you pick either 0 0.5 or 1 pound. And this now depends on, let's say, your goal. Like, do you have a timeline? Maybe you have a wedding that you want to attend. Maybe you have some sort of like commitment that you are trying to gain your weight that you're trying to gain the weight for. And yeah, it could be anything really. So you want to use that timeline because that's part of like setting goals. You want to have a timeline so that you know when and how to know if you're on the right path or not. So once you have that timeline, okay, so let's say, for example, if you're like, okay, I've got a wedding in 2 weeks, right? Or in a month, and you're trying to gain 24 pounds, I'm going to tell you, like, okay, that's probably not the best way to go about it. It's going to be very hard because if you're doing that calculation, let's say within a month, you're trying to gain 24 pounds, right? Because muscle doesn't just grow like that, right? So if you're trying to gain 24 pounds in 4 weeks, it means that you have to gain about 6 pounds in a week. So that is unrealistic. So in order for us to see, okay, how much can you gain in a week? Let's say if you're going for 1 pound per week, so you already know that's 24 weeks. So you know that in roughly 6 months, you can gain the 24 pounds in 6 months. So at least that's a reasonable goal. Or if you're like, okay, I'm just going to gain 0 0.5, it doesn't matter. So that means that 24 pounds, that's going to be double. So you're going to gain that in about a year. So that'd be 1 year that it takes you to gain that 24 pounds. And you can have that 1 year transformation. So it's 6 year transformation or 1 year transformation where you still look lean and you're also looking fit. So you're not putting on a lot of fat. So you want to take it gradually because if you do that, another way to do it, it's like when bodybuilders compete, they do like the bulking cutting, where they still gain maybe 2 pounds or 2.5 pounds a week with a little bit of fat, but they're training very hard. And by eating a lot of food, they're also using that energy to build more muscle. So they're really pushing themselves. And by doing that, then they cut down because they've built up a little bit more weight, then they cut down. But that's also not as sustainable because you're sort of putting your body in that yo-yo diet sort of situation because you're kind of like getting there fast, cutting, getting there fast, cutting, and it puts some strain on your body. So it's better to do it gradually. It does work. But overall health, it's probably not the most sustainable because you're spiking your hormones and you don't want to yo-yo your hormones as well at the same time. So, so what I would recommend is going with the zero point 0.5 or 1 pound a week if you're looking to gain weight. And then after that, you're going to pick your activity level, right? So you'll pick, it'll give you an option, not very active, lightly active, active, very active. So you can pick what it is that how you determine. And not very active is like, okay, like you don't move at all. Maybe you work a sedentary job where you're not moving, you wake up, you go to work, you sit in the car, you get out of the car, you go sit at your desk, you leave, you go back home. That's sedentary. And for a lightly active, this is probably more like, okay, you maybe work out, you still have that same maybe lifestyle, but maybe you go to the gym after maybe 1 to 2 times a week and you're lightly active, but you're not like extremely active. Like you don't have that consistency of going to the gym like maybe 3, 4 times a week. So that would be like lightly active. And then if you're active, that's like, okay, maybe you have the same lifestyle, but you still go to the gym. And maybe your work, your job involves you standing up. Maybe you're a teacher, you're on your feet most part of the day, for the most part of the day. So that's like your active level. And then if you're very active, it means that maybe you work like construction and you're always moving around, carrying things. So more like physical work. That would be like you're very active. That's the that's the activity level that you'd set it to. So whatever your goal, whatever your lifestyle is right now, that's what you'd put there. So if you're active, not very active. So in this case, with her, this would be not very active. So she's also looking to gain 1 pound per week. So maybe she might even gain like 1.5, right? Because she's not very active. But if she was very active, and she's trying to gain 1 pound per week, it means that her diet should be like a lot of calories, right? So